G'day, how you going? Ianapolis here, your acrylic guru from Australia. Welcome to my video. Before I get started, I want to get the size of my canvas up on the screen there, and I'll also get the colours that I'm using going up the screen, so you can pause it and write them down if you have the same colours, but if you don't, just use something similar, okay? Alright, so this is going to be a beautiful lesson for you beginners out there, something you can do with a bit of practice. And if you're just starting out, remember, practice is the key, because in this video I'm going to paint this, and with your practice I'm going to show you that you can do it. So come on, let's go. Now I've got the landscape layout and my horizon line is about under halfway. This will be the snow area here, and we're going to have some trees in the background, in the midground there, and coming in front, right over the front, there's going to be a tree right here coming in front. So we're going to have depth and bits and bobs coming on. And these three lines are here. That's just to show you that the glare in the sky is going to come from that area there. All right, down here I've got some soft titanium white, and I'm mixing it up with some retarder. The retarder is a substance that slows down the drying time of acrylic paints, because if you didn't know, acrylic paints dry a lot quicker than oil paints do. So I've got me putter on a brush fully loaded, and I want to paint the sky. So the sky is going to have a bit of blending in it. So see where I put my tree top there and there? I don't need to come all the way down, because with this underneath a painting that you're doing detail on, if you press too heavy, I'll explain later on through the video how it can trip you up. So I'm just doing the sky area of this painting with this. Now I'm going to come to the tip of my putter on a brush, because there's no paint there, and I'm going to even that out, iron it out like you're ironing a new sheet with all the wrinkles, and you get them out ready to put on your bed. There we go. So stroke that left and right like a pure gentleman. Now for the sky, I'm going for a kind of a cool warm sky. So I've got my Australian sienna, I've got some quinacridone magenta, and I've got my cerulean blue. Now I'm going to grab the blue and start mixing the magenta in there, getting the vibe that I'm looking for. There we go. Now I'm going to simply grab some white. This white has no retarder in it. I don't need the retarder because the retarder is already on the board, and on the board it's going to make it lighter as well. So we've got a nice violet sky. That's probably a bit too violety, so what I will do, just to tone it down a bit, I'm just going to grab some medium grey, medium value grey. So if you don't have grey in a tube, just simply mix it up. You can mix yourself up and put in containers a medium, dark and a light value of grey, because they come in handy as well. And I want to come across here and around here there, so I'm just going to paint this in on top of that soft titanium white. These colours are going to make for beautiful eye-catching painting, and I'm going to pull that into the light source area just like that. And I want to try the Australian sienna as my bright light source. The light colour on the canvas is going to brighten this up as well. So look at that beautiful honeycomb colour. I'm going to go to the purple, so it's not contaminating, to the purple. And now I want to stroke that and then start pulling it into there. See, careful coming back, you're going to get purple into your, that's it. I've lightly done it. I'll come over that way. So I went like that. Now grab yourself a blending brush just to sit that down, okay? So first I'll get rid of the purple bits that went in my Australian sienna. If you don't have Australian sienna, just use an Indian yellow or red gold mix up, just so you're getting that goldy honeycomb type of value going. I love it. I did a video the other day and I was happy with the colours. I want to use that a bit more. So we've got our sun shining there. Now I've got titanium white again. It's not this soft bodied stuff, it's the thicker stuff out of a tube. And I want to just grab a fan brush and get some lovely clouds in the sky. So I like to chisel this onto my fan brush just like so.
What's this light here? There's a shadow there.
The light from the camera. and work out where I want some clouds. So I want to come from here, coming from there, dot them on, and sort of flip-flop over there, getting something into the sky around here. There we go. Now grab yourself a blending brush. Now if you don't have the blending brushes that I use and would like to have them, just simply message me on Facebook. Links in the description below. Now I'm going to go and I want to blend this, leaving the top side there and just blending it into the sky. I want to make some kind of creative, artistic values of cloud loveliness within my sky. Now I need to, it's important, look at that, wipe the brush as you go. I use a Chuck's kitchen towel, it's easy. And then I'm constantly tapping, dancing and twisting. This blending is a practice procedure within itself. There we go, bringing it down. We're getting some beautiful colours there. Now don't feel rushed. Take your time when you're doing stuff. You can feel rushed and you think, oh, that'll do, because you just want to get on to the next bit, but don't feel like you've got to do that, okay? Now we'll put some more cloud behaviour in the sky. I might put something here, kind of cirrusy type, something soft and floaty in the sky. Something I can get up there, like coming over the head type of thing. Now to keep that over the head, we want to keep the bum at the bottom. Take your time. Having that craft paint and retarder underneath allows these clouds to blend the way that you see me blending them in this video here. And if you want to paint clouds the way I teach them, message me on Facebook and we'll get you some brushes. Because it's the brushes that is half of it. The craft paint and the retard is the other half of it. Now just finishing off our sky, we'll put, I want a nice hard bit there. There we go. And bring the body out. With the body, have some gaps in it. I'm going to show you here as an example. And you'll see how this cloud will work. See the body, I've got bits of gaps. When I'm blending, you're going to get lighter, brighter and duller areas within your cloud blend as you're blending them. And that's what's having those open body areas. So I want to keep this edge here to the left quite hard and bright. So it looks like it's in front of the other one behind it. Just getting that sorted. Wiping my brush before I do anything more. And give this one a bit of a pull as well. Just a slight pull, look at that. And now I'll bring this one down. Tassel, dance. I've got brighter values and duller values within that cloud. And that's because I gave it a wide body, a bigger body. Now just to finish it off, I want to give it some kind of coming at us and a base, so which is a bit more bright there, okay? Lay it on, that's it. And bring that, that's sort of like the yumminess, but a bit bigger value of yumminess. Not liking that a bit, I'm going to try and just distort it. There we go. This tree that's going to come in the front, it's going to have a lot of sky windows in it where you would see through the tree into the sky. So I probably want to put an element of something here. So I'm going to get something kind of like that. Drag it. So I'll get this brush on its edge just because I want that tail there. I love putting tails on my clouds. And wish, wash, blend and dance the bottom of that cloud down. We might not see all of it, but at least it's there and we'll see what we will see. Okay, you can go on with clouds until the cows come home, but that's enough, don't overdo it. Now I've got some craft white here. I just want to base up the ground area. No retarder in this because I'm not doing any blending. I only put it there when I'm going to blend. So my ground is here. So I want to get this. That's pretty much priming the This is a prime canvas cloth, but I'm still putting this on there, so if I've got to add some other shadow colours in there, they'll work good. And I might just do here as well, just to get it there. Just to the sky colour there. Now, I want to do the mid-ground trees. I want to have some behind and then some in front coming to the horizon line. I don't want just a flat row of trees. I want to teach you beginners out there, not everything has to be a row of trees looking like a row of soldiers standing up there. We can put dimension to give them, and changing this horizon line level does that as well. So I've got a better quality titanium white. I'm going to start adding some cerulean blue in there just to get my tainted. I need all this colour because I've got a few trees to do. So I want some of this in there just to taint it up like it's a snowy white colour, but it's blue. It's got tainted with blue. Very little of that in there, very little. See how I put very little in there? I put some of it over here and then I can grab it because it's already tainted. Just need a hint of it in there, just so as it's not blue and white. You've got that warm quaternary magenta fibrin up in there. So now, see my brush, it's quite thick and blobby, and what happens, I'm going to get blobs like that. I don't want blobs like that, I want them hairy and detailed. So what I've got to do to combat that problem is simply wash this brush. So I've washed it, now I'm going to load it up. Now look at the difference from that to that after just washing it, and that's what I want. So coming here, I want to get some of these trees up into the sky there, hiding that white that I put down. Now that white, I didn't dry it. If I feel I need to dry it, well, I'll just simply dry it. Now I'm going to simply make this bunch of trees. So what I'm feeling, I don't have enough magenta in there. Okay, let's get some of this in there. There we go. Because we will be highlighting this with actual stronger white. I just don't want it to clash with the sky. And this is fun to practice as well, just doing things like this. I just grabbed some burnt umber and mixed a bit of black with it because I don't want it just burnt umber. It can be too weak looking. Now with these background trees, I simply want to get some trunks within them, just like so. Now that's wet, I'm going to dry it. You will see the difference now that I've dried it. See how they're sticking on there now. Look how these were very see-through and weak. Right, like I said, remember this is all the background stuff of the mid-ground trees, okay? So that stuff simply gets sunk back when you highlight those trees. Now I've dried that. Good thing about acrylics, isn't it? You can dry it and get onto the next bit. I'm using the same brush that I made those trees to highlight them. Get some tops on here, just like that. Get some more tops on here, just like that. I'm making them in clumps. Lightly load your brush and lightly hit the canvas. It's looking half done at the moment. See here? We're going to make that look like it's within the tree. Okay, we've done those glumps. Now we're simply going to come around again. Sinking those trunks back. Now we want to put the rest of that mid-ground trees on there in front of that. So as we're not just got a row of soldiers, like I said. There's me horizon line there still. So I'm going to block in to the next bit. Simply using me burnt umber on its own with no black into it. And I might need to add some white so I can get this blending into the ground. So we want this keeping it straight, but the straightness can be crooked. See there how I've come here, then I step down, and then here, that's creating stuff in front and behind. Now what we need to do is get this and just sort of scrumble it up into there, giving ourselves some darkness. This is all going to be pushed back with detail, but we need this in here. Now see where the bottom of this brown that I've just put on is meeting the ground there? It's a bit chalky. Oh, hang on, I better fill this in first. It's a bit chalky and dry and nothing's happening. So I want to show you how we can open that up. I'm just simply going to pick up some of the craft white here. There we go. And I want to bleed that. Bleed it into there. So when I said I could have used another brush, I think I will. So we're getting the white along here. See, put the white there. Bit of white. Bring it down somewhere like so. Then grab your brown again. Stop and start backwards and forwards. There's no rush. And now watch this. This will bleed better into the ground there. There we go. Pull it up. Because sometimes, like I might have a bush here with a bit of a shadow and I might want to drag a bit more of a shadow into there. And because I put that white there, made it wet again, it's just going to work. Now the bits of the burnt umber with the black, I'm just getting some blacker bits at the front here, just dabbing it on, and dabbing it on. You need some dark values there. And just artistically, see what I'm doing? I've dabbed it on, I'm just simply getting some nice little pulling strokes in it. I'm back down to the palette. I'm getting the titanium white with the blue. I've dried what's up there and I simply want my new trees in front of that stuff behind. So I want to like come and put one about here. That'll do, just about there. One coming in front of that there, maybe. Leave some of that dark there. Where else can we go? We can see here, that's very solid. I don't want it solid, I want it open, so as you can see bits and bobs between all this. We'll get something way up here, coming in front there. There we go. Blend it into that dark bit. You're hiding that dark bit with this colour now. Use your script liner with the burnt umber and the black mixed into it, and you want to come from the ground now and give these ones its trunks. Those ones were broken up. These ones you want reasonably solid because they're in more view. They're just straight up with the littlest. Now I've got some more burnt umber and black mixed together, just so as I can find some real dark bits, stuff on the ground there like that. Now I want to highlight those forward ones, but I'm going to take advantage of this colour and gently mix. So I've got sunlight hitting the white on those trees. Now don't overdo it. And where are we? We've got this tree there, with a bit of white there. We've got this one coming in front of that. Now I do want to get a bit of darker on there. I'm pulling a bit of darker just to, watch this, get some more gold sparkle on this side of the that colour. We'll just make it stand out more for the painting's sake. Now I can see it's looking a bit dotty, so I've got to try and disguise that. I'm grabbing a bit more white in the mix now, and we're just going to fill it in, joining those areas up. I'm grabbing the burnt umber slightly mixed with the white. The background trees that I put there, I can't quite see them, so I'm going to bring these 4 ones back with a bit of the burnt umber in them. And hopefully it'll get me out of trouble. And you can see what's putting a little bit of white on that brown now. I'm able to put different shrubs in front of that as well, just to give it, I'll put a blump here, just to sink that back. See, where else can I put a lump? I'll put a bit of a one here, that'll do, leave it alone. Now I'm grabbing the titanium white in a flat brush again, and where are we? I think I'll get some of this blue. I want a very, I don't want it pure white, I want it very light baby powder blue, just for the snow on the floor there. You will see the difference as I paint it on, so I'm just going to scoot with this across the floor there, get it where I want. Traces of blue. Now in here we can get some darker shadows like this, so I'm going to actually have a darker value of this colour, just so as I can get from there, pull in some into the snow here, just to right against that dark colour there. Here we go, get the darkest right up there, right in there. We've got bits of shadow from tracks, footprints, or whatever's in the snow. Like, let's have some, and then you simply finish this off with some white. I'm just picking up pure white now, and I want to find the tops of things. If anything, I'm having a sweeping down like this in my brush strokes. I feel I need to just come sweeping down like that. But probably, if we can, get some heavy snow just sitting on some of that stuff. I had some rocks here, there. I've got some structured white here, and what I want to do is get some nice big chunks, probably around here if I can. Yeah, some nice big structured pieces of snow, maybe in this corner here, all close up to the camera. You mainly want this sitting on top of dark stuff, just so it'll stand out. I'm just stippling the brush, so see the edge of that brush, how it's all stipply and stampy looking? Look, just big chunks of snow. I feel this snow is warm. And this is just little things you can do to your painting just to give it that extra piece of bullshit. I'm just going to see, I'm not going to do it, but I'm just going to see if a bit of light hitting it is going to make sense. I don't don't know if I want to do that, but I'll do just a radiating bit around here with the Australian sienna. It's very subtle, but I'm just kissing the top of those peaks around this area with some Australian sienna, just making out like they're refracting the light from the sun over there. Now we'll bring this one in front. We've got the snow up to there, so everything that's left out is going to be our foreground tree. Find yourself a brush. I might try this one to try and get that tree vibe. This one's a bit big, so I'll go for the smaller one first. I've just got some burnt umber here, and everything's dry because I want to try and get bits of tree going on. So we'll start here. This can be solid until it comes out to the snow there. Now I'm going to try that other brush just to see what we do, which part looks good. That part there looks good. And let's see how we go. That's going to be all right, I think. Yeah, so I want to go about this high in the sky, up here, and coming past there, like so, and there. Yeah, this brush isn't too big. I thought it might have been a bit too big. So I'm getting all the white covered up with this.
Oh, the rattles and the noises.
My mouse stick at the top was rolling because it's metal. It's got a metal handle on it. It was rolling in the metal paper clip and making that big end bearing noise. Stupid thing. Here we go. I want this a bit more over. There we go. Don't be shy. Get it done. Just going to sit that back. I like to use the same brush. I want to dry all that and then highlight it. Now we've got that dark blocked in for our tree. We want to make it, I'll grab this white here, and we want to make it a bluey, snowy white colour. Something I can highlight with pure white later. Hope I've mixed up enough there. So I'll start here and we'll get over the top of that dark, sit over it. Okay, good. See, I've got a bit of a pattern there. I need to distort that. There we go. It's always good to analyse your work. Now that cloud we put there, we have gone a bit beyond. There we go. We're going to bring this there. Getting rid of any patterns. And we'll light this one up. There we go. Leave some spooky dark bits in there. Now the trunks, branches, twigs, I'm just using the black. It's got a bit of burnt umber stuck with it. So I'll concentrate up here first, and I want to find out what's coming up here just to make this look a bit more real. Branches joining onto stuff up there. This is all joined on by a branch. And the highlights will sink all this simple stuff back. Nice. Long. Try not to get too wavy and bendy. We've got this one coming all the way up there. We've got a lot of, let's say a lot of shrubby ones branching up to all this stuff here. Now everything's had a dry up there. I've cleaned this brush and I've dampened it through a towel. And now I want to see what I'm doing. I've pulled all the paint out here because this is acrylic, and I'm dabbing it now, but I'm dabbing it, if you can see, in all that lesser puddle, not the thick stuff. So as when I come out here, I can get hairy bits up there. If I dab it into all of that, I'm going to get big thick blobs like I showed you over here before, okay? So all these little things it's all about learning and practicing. Now you look at what you've got, you've created whatever's there, and I've got this in front I've got that in front, I've got that up the top, so I want to try and keep that perspective happening. I'll simply get this one just to there. Don't come all the way down. I'll get this one the same. Just to there. Come all the way down, you lose that illusion. Now we want to bring this coming on the top so as I can make it look like it's coming at us. Right over there. So it's looking like it's coming like that. Now we'll do the same here. We'll get another ball here. I don't want to get stuck making it look like a big bunch of ball trees. I do want it to look shrubby. Now this bit here, I don't want too much down there, otherwise I'm going to lose my illusion that that stuff's in the front. Just about there. That's fine. And I want to get this. Now I'm thinking I can make this into two pieces. So he's right out there in front of the snow there. There we go. See how it's sunken back all the branches? And he's right up there. He's coming down in front of that. Boom. We'll get this out here a bit. And just a little bit of the burnt umber on it, just to... There we go. Bits of snow everywhere. Right past it. Get right past it. Now I'll just sign this. And I want to take this opportunity to thank all my patrons and members of my YouTube channel who support me every month. Your support is so much appreciated. If you want to get early access to my content, become a member of my Patreon platform. All the links are in the description below under this video there. Okay, let's whack a frame on that and see how she looks. Yeah, that's not too shabby. We've got a beautiful snow sunsetting scene. I was going a bit mumbly jumbly, but it's something that can give you an idea what you can do, okay? And I know you can do it. Well, I had a lot of fun doing that, and I hope you enjoyed the show. And if you did, you be sure to tell your friends. But if I've offended you in any way, you tell everybody. Check out this other video of mine. Goodbye, good luck, and good on you.